Hello, I'm Mark Meir. I'll be the Dungeon Master for Idle Champions Presents The Black Pits. I'll be portraying all the NPCs, including, of course, Baeloth Baratil, aka Baeloth the Entertainer. You can see me every Thursday on the official Dungeons & Dragons Twitch and YouTube channels in the Black Dice Society. And you can find me on Twitter at Mark_Meir or on Instagram at Mark Meir.
Hello, I'm Adam Bradford. I'm the CDO at Demiplane, and today in this adventure, I am playing Briv Steelmarrow from Heroes of the Plains and a variety of other shows, and I cannot wait to get back into his skin. Huzzah! You can find me on Twitter at BadIam.
Hi everyone, I'm Megan Kenrick, and I'll be playing Widdle, a level 17 Dhampir Gnome Evocation Wizard, Lady of Barovia. She is available to play right now in Idle Champions. You can find me playing as Riddle, an auto gnome that Widdle created, every Wednesday on Legends of the Multiverse on D&D's Twitch and YouTube channels.
What's up, friends? I'm Becca Scott. You can find me on the internet at the Becca Scott on all the things. You can also find my board game content and RPGs on Good Time Society, wherever you look things up. And today I am Tatyana. Tatyana is an Air Genasi barbarian, Circle of the Moon druid. You can find her every Thursday on Black Dice Society as well on the D&D channels, and currently a character in Idle Champions as well.
Hey everyone, I'm Jim Zub, comic book writer, probably best known for doing the official Dungeons & Dragons comics. Today, I'm thrilled to be playing, once again, the infamous, famous, legendary Minsc the Mighty, the character from Baldur's Gate fame, and also available to play on Idle Champions. If you want to find out more about my work, check into jimzub.com.
Hello, it is I, B. Dave Walters. I say words about things. You can find me all over the interwebs and occasionally on television, wherever fine streaming content can be located. You follow me at the Tweetagrams at B. Dave Walters. I just spend my life doing things with these people. I write comics like Jim. I'm on streams with all of them. Today, I'm playing Freely, the lucky halfling, who, while not as large as Tatyana, is still, he's been, taking care of himself while he's been on his wedding vacation, or whatever you call it. Honeymoon is week. I don't know.
I'm Erin M. Evans. You can find me on Twitter at Erin M. Evans. And today I am playing Havilar, my tiefling fighter from the Brimstone Angels saga.
Hello, and welcome back to Idle Champions Presents The Black Pits. I am your Dungeon Master, Mark Meir, and before we begin Episode 2, I have a few CTAs, or calls to action, or plugs, if you will, that I must deliver. First of all, the Summer Spectacular is live now. Log in to Idle Champions Daily and unlock unique rewards. Secondly, get 4 daily reward chests during the Summer Spectacular and unlock the exclusive Gladiator Minsc and Boo skin. Thirdly, thank you for joining us today, and don't forget to use the code BLACKPITSGLAM. That's Black, without an A, Pits Glam, to unlock Tatyana and her Gladiator Tatyana skin. Finally, log into Epic Games to claim the Baeloth's Gladiators of the Black Pits pack, which contains over $100 worth of in-game items, including champion unlocks, chests, and the Black Pit skin for Mr. Baeloth Baratil himself. And with that, we have met all of our players, we know who they're playing, and let us rejoin the game in progress. All of our heroes find themselves in the Black Pits, on the floor of the arena, Baeloth Baratil holding each of their arms in turn aloft as the crowd roars, cheering your victory over the Nightmare Beast.
Minsc is just screaming, "If you're evil, you are so going down! So going down!"
Can we get a calm emotions over here for medic? Something. It's all right, Vince. It's all right. Your foe is defeated, and you are victorious.
Step down here in the ring.
Yeah,
can
did
I-
you see that thing that Minsc did all by himself?
Yeah, no, Minsc was incredible. Can I just get like a little break somewhere between like 1 to 8 hours before we do that again?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Don't worry, friends. I think a little time in the green room might be just what you needed. But first, please. Baeloth steps onto the glowing disc, which transported him down from his observation booth to the floor of the arena, and gestures for all of you to join.
Can we all fit on the air? I mean, I'm pretty big.
Yeah, and that is
I
true.
do not know what a green room is.
As
It's not my
Is
favorite
there
color.
food?
As you say that, the disc actually grows to
Again,
accommodate all of you.
Halfling
Yeah,
mobility.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like weaving in between like Tatyana's. I'm like very much in Tatyana's bubble, but trying to act like I'm nowhere near as hurt as I very much am. Like,
What are you doing?
No, I just I mean, we're just gotta squeeze into this thing to
He is very clingy.
I have a wide stance, I know, but you don't have to stand under my legs.
I mean, you're genasi spreading. You're genasi spreading on the platform, okay?
It's not polite to do that.
I can't help it. I just have such muscular thighs.
I mean, man.
Don't worry, plenty of room for everyone and their thighs. Now then, please join me. He steps off the disc as it approaches the box, and you can see it's very palatial. There is a huge ornate chair for Baeloth. There are also many other comfortable chairs scattered around, pillows. There are plates of food, and you can also see a strange hound made of shadow stuff with two pinpoint glowing red eyes. Those of you who've encountered Baeloth before are probably quite familiar with his Hound of Ill Omen, Marmadark, who looks up expectantly as you all disembark.
Hey, you big old fluffy boy. Hi.
Every animal in the universe loves me. I just walk right over to it, and I'm gonna give it the big, like, oh, right on the top of its head.
As you do so, you can see it bare its fangs, and then Baeloth is like, and it does seem to make nice. It sort of closes its mouth. It looks a little perturbed, but nevertheless accepts it grudgingly.
Wait, Havilar, where's Zuni? I mean, I didn't get to talk to her like the last time we were together.
I just figured we were going to be fighting stuff, and the last time she almost got attacked, and then I don't know what I would do. She had to go back to the house, so...
Well, that makes sense. Wait, well, hold on a second. Do you mean to imply that this would be like an unusually dangerous thing that we're doing today?
Listen, I got very freaked out after that stuff with Mount Tiamat.
Oh, no.
Well, I can't promise a foe of that caliber, necessarily, but I think you'll agree freely that we are facing peril. I mean, look at the state of you.
I'm good. As he's like very much like the necrotic damage is like ripped through his clothing. Like there's like chunks of him like clearly burned. He's like, nah, I can do it all day. I can do it all day.
This
I'm
room is
sure
not
you
green at all.
Oh, this is not the green room. This is my private observation booth. I brought you here to give you your reward for your first victory in the pits. Oh. Yes, that's right. It's time for Baeloth Bucks as he unfurls this fan of pieces of paper. Each of them is purple in hue and has the image of Baeloth on it going like this.
All right, Baeloth.
And in Undercommon and Common, you can see. Oh, well, only here, I'm afraid. But we have a marvelous collection of merchandise, as you've seen, and magic items to boot. Want to make sure you're prepared for your next bout. But, yes, before it freely bleeds too much all over the carpet and rugs, perhaps we should escort you to the green room. In the meantime, here you are. He gives each of you 25 of these pieces of paper.
What am I to do with paper? Victory is its own reward, Baeloth.
Well, but you could buy a Warduke with that.
Oh, but
oh, right, there's a title. How much is that cost?
It is. I'll let you take that up with Warduke. Though, to be honest, I think you'd all have an easy time with him. He's a little more squishy than his reputation would imply, especially compared to all of you. Now then, the Baeloth bucks can be used as currency, and currency can be exchanged for goods and services. I'm sure I don't have to explain that to you. But they're only good here, you understand? Of course, your charities will be paid in actual coin of the realm. Gold pieces.
Okay.
So
Is there a
there's an
specific weight
ecosystem-
of gold that we're going to be getting? Like, I would like for it to be heavier than me. I think that would be acceptable.
Oh, well, we'll see how you do by the end of today's festivities, but each of you has earned over 1,000 gold pieces for your individual charities. A little bit more, depending on how much the house took in. We'll be giving each of your charities
Well,
a
I mean,
cut as
that'll
well.
buy a lot of like food and like some nice comfy straw. So I guess our abject suffering was not for nothing. That's a lot of glaives for orphans, Havilar.
Yes, think of all the glaives it can buy.
Swords.
Whatever you like, I leave it up to you. I am not a micromanager. I'm a big picture guy. So, take your Baeloth bucks and, yes, the green room, I think. Puff, Mr. Baeloth, yes, Mr. Baeloth, sir. A little Myconid, who some of you may have met in Baeloth's company, sort of struts up and salutes. What can I do for you, sir? Oh, actually, before we get our folks over to the green room, perhaps we could show them some of the merchandise that our art department came up with. Oh yes, sir. These are only mock-ups, you understand. And he shows you a little maquette, like a little statue that's basically all of you battling the Nightmare Beast. This is one of the higher end things. We also have these. He holds up something that, little trinkets, necklaces that are labeled genuine replica Nightmare Beast teeth. And you realize that you didn't even slay the Nightmare Beast, so these are clearly fake. It's like, oh, the folks love these, though. They love them. Yes, Puff. Yes, very well done. If any of you have any particular merchandise ideas you'd like to see produced, we can fabricate them almost instantly.
I'm going to save mine for the next round.
Very well. Oh, actually, this is one that we thought of. He holds up a very bloody-looking Freely doll. It's a little plushie, and when he squeezes it, blood leaks out.
Okay, hold on.
Huh?
Wait.
What kind of plushie is filled with blood?
I mean,
Is it real blood?
Oh, it can be recharged. Oh, it's not real blood, of course. Strictly illusionary. Doesn't leave any
Can it be
mess.
real blood?
The parents
Can
love
it be real
that.
blood though?
How many of these pieces of paper for the bloody freely?
You know what?
Oh,
On the house.
what?
That's an
Well,
early
I'll take one
prototype.
too.
Early prototype.
I'll take
It's
two of them.
just an illusion.
Oh, all right, Puff, get the art department to fabricate a few more of those and look into the possibility of filling them with real blood. I think that's
Hey,
an
hey,
excellent
Freely.
marketing idea.
Really?
Yes.
You want to make a donation to the Barovian blood drive? I mean, you're wasting all that blood there. What are the ethics, right? But like, it's on the ground there. You're not using it.
Widdle, I love you dearly. And if you're just like really starving, sure. But otherwise, I'm gonna need you to not. Okay, I'm
I'm not gonna hurt you, Freely. I mean, it's the Barovian blood drive. That's the whole point of it, not to hurt anyone. And also, you're my friend.
Thou art not using the blood any longer that already has fallen from thine body.
Exactly.
There's like voluminous healing magic available in like fine, sure, just a little bit, I mean, they get one taste, they're gonna keep coming back for more.
I don't need to buy. So you wouldn't mind if I just scoop some blood up off the ground here?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, there's no need for that, Widdle.
What?
If
What do you mean?
you'd like someone to snack on, I can easily provide that.
I mean,
Willing volunteers. Don't you
I was gonna
understand?
say-
You have fans.
that would be amazing, because I was gonna say that for the Barovian blood drive, we actually don't really have a use for gold. You know what I mean?
I understand, but don't you gold can be paid to people to donate their blood.
I
you
like where
see?
you're going with this. So maybe Yeah,
I'll leave you to
I'll
work
get
out the
someone, maybe
details.
one of your constituents, to go down to the chariot and maybe get some donations.
Puff, can you take care of that? Yes, sir, Mr. Baeloth, I certainly will. All right, now, if you could escort our friends to the green room, I have some other things to deal with, unless anyone has any questions for
I'm
me.
starting to get a little lightheaded, but Baeloth, not to be, a buzzkill or anything. Orcus actively attacked like 15 minutes ago. Is that a thing that happens like a lot? Should we be worried about that? Just trying to figure out where your head's at on that, buddy.
Well, I'll admit, he really has a hankering for the wand of Baeloth. He has tried a few times. This is his most brazen attempt thus far, but I do have my employees on it. I think the wards have been sufficiently reinforced.
Curveball.
I feel like that
Maybe-
thus far is a
could
very
everyone-
important phrase. Like, this is gonna keep happening.
Or you could just turn the wards off, let him in here, like just me and Briv could take him, and then like all of us here combined would be like, and then you won't have to worry about it anymore.
Then thou could have the horns of Orcus and the
Yeah.
toenails of Orcus and all.
I
of
mean,
Orcus.
we beat Asmodeus. I mean,
Well,
what's Orcus compared to that guy? I mean,
Did you though?
The thing is, folks, unless we're willing to trek to the abyss to destroy him permanently, it's only
Yeah,
a
I don't like
stopgap
it there.
solution. But I do appreciate your efforts. Now then, why don't we get you all fixed up, shall we? Puff, take these folks to the green room. And Puff salutes again. It's like, please follow me, everyone.
Finally,
You're cute. I like you.
green room.
Do
Yep.
you?
All right.
Oh, he does the Pillsbury
I
Doughboy
poke his
giggle.
belly.
And
Is this okay?
oh,
Okay, great. I like it.
it's fine. Yes. You continue that. There's a few more pokes and giggles as you continue on your way with Puff, who marches you over past various stalls, which he points out. Yeah, you'll get your potions over there, scrolls over there. Baeloth bucks are accepted everywhere, of course. If you want some merchandise beyond the bleeding freely, we have a delightful selection of tea tunics. I'm sure we're getting some with your images printed up even now. And, oh yes, here we are. The green room. He indicates a green door in a brass frame that is freestanding. It's just standing in space, flanked by two iron golems whose heads and eyes track you as you approach. They look down at Puff. He gives them a thumbs up, and they step aside slightly. Right through here, he has to jump up to reach the handle, and when he sort of hangs on the door as it opens, into what can only be described as a green void. Just seems like a green nothingness. stands
Briv
before
just kind of tumbles through it.
yeah, and free.
I don't know if this fits my color scheme.
As Briv crosses the threshold, Briv, you just begin to float, and you realize that you can direct your movements. You're not moving particularly quickly, but you're completely in control of where you're going. And as the others join you, they find something similar. You're floating, and freely is floating
every
freely.
time I float, I'm floating freely. Like, I mean, like, I don't know how else to float, but
That's what they call them, floating
I
freely.
thought it was bleeding freely.
You'll be fine. You'll be fixed up just as good as new. Just after a few minutes in here. Please enjoy the refreshments. You notice that Puff
Just
is standing
freely-
on the other side
Briv,
of
freely
does
freely
is
it
just-
burn?
and not
as
entering.
freely is just like, no,
Tickles.
it's just kind of fine, and I just like completely falls asleep instantly.
This looks nice.
Yeah, freely is
dive
just
in.
sort of floating there. Briv and Tatyana, you may be particularly interested in this, as you see, just in the distance, little specks which grow larger as they approach, seemingly coming from nowhere. As they approach, you see two huge trays of chicken wings, which just sort of float
Huzzah.
in front of you. There are also floating goblets as you reach up. They seem to fill themselves with whatever it was that you felt
I
like
shall
drinking.
never leave
What
this place.
what do both of you like? What do the two of you like
Of
with your
course, you
chicken
know
wings?
it's honeyed mead for Tatyana.
It is sweetened leaf
And-
from a tea that is sweetened with this substance, powdery substance that you take from a long, far away land that grows on a cane.
Very well. There's also corn syrup flavored if anybody wants some, and there are trays and goblets and decanters for all of you. As you think about what you might like to eat, it just sort of suddenly floats into view, and you are all comfortably float. You find you can take a sitting position or just sleeping as freely is, and you're just fully supported, and it feels very relaxing. In fact, after just a few minutes in this room, all of you gain the effects of a long rest. So that is not only your hit points restored, but also any spell slots, any abilities will be recharged.
Is this Valhalla?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
So while I'm sitting there,
It's the green room. It's the green room.
I'm eating away and drinking, and I'm just muttering to myself, okay, so maybe he is the ward of ukes. Maybe he has ukuleles, and he is the ward of ukes. Ward uke. Ward uke. It's fascinating.
Okay.
Are you ruminating aloud, Minsc, or is okay? Very well.
I can't argue with that. It seems very sound logic.
It seems as though anything we think of happens in this place. So everyone think of orphans.
Wait,
I
no,
don't
think
want
of
to
Taylor.
orphan.
I'm not going
I'm
to eat
here.
the orphans.
The-
I'm not going to eat the orphans. I'm saying we can think of them and summon them to this place, and then they can all be fed and not be hungry any longer.
Oh,
That's
yeah. But
logical,
also,
But if we
also-
summon them, we make them. That would be worse.
yeah, and then like
Oh.
also Orcus might show up again and more hordes of undead, and then
I
we've
did
got you,
not
those
think
that
that
last
one
group of
through.
kids. They didn't fare too
Is
well out
Orcus
there,
an
so
orphan?
yeah.
That's sad.
And from the open doorway, Puff sort of shouts in, "It's like also they might just appear as food, like already cooked. So maybe don't do that. We get all
Oh,
types. We
is
get
that
all
why
kinds
you
here at
won't
the
come
Black
in here
Pits."
because you'll be like a fried mushroom?
Oh no! I actually I don't have clearance. Only talent in the
Dead
green room.
tracks.
No, you got talent. Look at that hat. Come on.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
really.
It's, oh, all right. He does that little thing when you poke at him.
And he just sort of like waves and closes the door behind him, so you can all feel this rejuvenating energy flowing through you. Is there anything that you would like to discuss? You do feel that after just a few more moments, you should be back in fighting form.
No,
I feel like in a few moments I will be back in fighting form.
Hey, how much of these did we agree to? Because he just sort of said charity, and I just kind of wanted to get back to hitting something, so I was like, yeah, sure, but what are we doing? 2 of these, 3 of these? What are we?
I stopped listening after Fight Monsters.
Did anyone? I don't think anyone bothered to keep a copy of their contract.
Freely, absolutely would not have,
so-
nor did
Oh.
we read it.
I did not read any of that. No.
Mott read it. Can I just ask Mott? Did he show up here? He's not
Hey,
talented.
how's it
okay.
going?
He is, sorry, I didn't mean that. You're very talented.
Hey, sure I'm
You
talented.
are.
Sure I'm talented. We're a
Seems talented
package
to me.
deal, you and me.
Yeah, I've seen him work.
Hey, thank you very
So-
much. Thank you very much.
None of
What
us
can I do for you,
remember
lady?
how many fights we're supposed to do. Do you remember from the contract how many fights we agreed to do?
Let me search my memory here. You know, I don't
You know
remember.
I
don't
would do as many
remember.
fights
You know,
as
I'm
Baeloth
not-
wants me to.
I'm not sure it was actually stipulated. Yeah, I think it was at the discretion of the
What?
venue.
You shouldn't have
Whatever
let
that
us sign
means.
this, maybe.
We
Yeah.
should
Or
have
maybe you
read the
should have.
contract.
I'm okay.
Right.
Wait,
Hey, I did
look,
read it.
as
I did
long
read
as
it.
there
You just
is
didn't ask me
evil
all the fine
and
details.
we are slaying evil,
Right.
then we are on the clock. Eh?
I mean, I'd
Thumbs up.
rather not, but we could always just, if we're being swept into bondage, like maybe we got to put Baeloth away, which is I'd rather not, but one way or another, when it's time to go, we are going to go.
Briv
tell
the
Baeloth.
Entertainer has quite the ring.
It's at this point.
Yeah. It's true. You are
So
very entertaining.
I'm gonna take out my water skin and I'm gonna try and fill it with some of the green stuff in the air. I'm just like swishing it around.
I mean, it's more the space you're in
I
seems
get
to be
the
green. You're
vapors.
floating in a.
Mhm.
There's not actually
I
smoke.
see it.
There's
There's some
no
green
vapor
in
per se.
here. I'm gonna put it in the bottle.
So you go with your bottle. You're trying to. It's hard to tell if you're
Yeah,
successful. Everything
Whittle's
looks
gonna
pretty green
think
in here.
of the food that she wants to eat, which is just floating blood, and she's gonna take out all of her vials and try to catch it and hook it back onto her belt so she could take it back home to Barovia and give it to her friends.
Actually, you do think of blood, and it shows up in a little sealed bottle with
Oh,
like a little.
look at how thoughtful they are. You know what?
blood
Anytime
drop symbol
Baeloth
on
wants
it.
me to come here and work the black pits, I'll do like this. This is like a spa day. I've been trapped in Barovia, and this is great. I'll do as many games as he wants.
And you do notice that all of your vessels, your drinking vessels, do have little, the logo of the Black Pits on the side, which is something like this. It's the crossed sword and axe and the horned helmet. So, once you have gathered this, once you've all had something to refresh yourselves, the door creaks open again, and you can see Puff waving. It's like, are you ready to proceed?
All right.
Ready, Puff?
Excellent. Right this way, if you will. And as you're coming out, you see being carried in on stretchers are those teenagers from earlier. You can see, there's actually just a little kid wearing a horned helmet. He's on the same stretcher as a small unicorn. They're sort of all ushered in, and the door closes behind them.
They'll be just fine. Don't you worry. Mr. Baeloth will see to the comfort of his guests and performers. So, is there anything that you would like in particular? I can take you down to the merchant stalls.
Do you have a Havilar action figure that I can fight my War Duke against?
Ooh, he pulls out a small pad of paper.
No, it's kind of a twofer.
actually,
If you just order some different color eyes, you also got a Farida action figure. You see what I mean? Then you got that's an upsell.
Oh,
Yeah,
upsell.
variants. Oh yeah, variants are great. Yeah, that's good.
Glaive that does
That's
this,
good.
and if you gave Frida a glaive and she did this, she would throw it, and not in the right direction.
Oh no, that's okay because we can repack it with a slightly different paint job and different accessories.
I would like to place this in order for the Brimstone
mine needs
Angels
to be
action
better.
pack. Lee, hear me? Yeah, I don't.
Right, and then a 2-pack.
Right, and how
that'll
many
probably
of
be
these
a convention
papers will
exclusive.
give me a Farida and a Havilar Brimstone Angels action pack.
It's like weird to watch you fan out right in front
don't
of
worry
her.
about that.
Okay, I got a weird request. Okay, it was a long time ago. There were these two games, like video games, right? And there's a third one.
What?
What?
And as far as I know,
It's a video game.
I'm not in it, and it makes me very sad. Wait, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think that thou dost need to talk to thine agent.
I don't know what you're talking about
Yeah.
either.
What's a video?
Yeah.
Never mind. It's just that was
Well,
a boo.
It seems like it's real important. I'm sorry you're not in it.
like
Whatever
I
it
mean-
is.
Oh, that's funny. Now that you say those words, I think I heard Mr. Baeloth complaining
Well,
about
I mean,
something
if
similar.
there
Well,
was a video game that neither Minsc nor Baeloth were in, it couldn't have been worth being in. That's so. It could have
It
been
must truly sucketh.
okay. Yeah.
I'm sure they worked very hard on it, whoever made that. But anyway, why don't I take you down to the main market area? As I say, don't worry about the merchandise, especially ones bearing your likeness. Those can be provided as part of your swag bag, your party gifts at the end. But if you wanted to stock up on anything before your next bout, well, the Magic Marketplace is the place to do it. Potions, scrolls, weapons, wondrous items, anything you like. We've got it all
Did you say
here.
wondrous items?
Did he say wandering items? Like
Indeed,
they
I
go
did.
different places? What is this?
I did not say that. I said
I mean,
Okay,
they
It would
probably
be
still
pretty
go
wondrous
for
if they
it.
could wander.
Yeah.
You do get the
Let's see
cut
what
of
they
the
have.
merch, right?
I suppose some of them.
That's what you
Yeah.
said? I can't read very well. And I'm not ashamed.
Oh, yes. I mean, that's above my pay grade. I suppose you should have worked that out with Mr. Baeloth ahead of time, but there's always room for negotiation, as he
Got
likes to
it.
say.
Yeah, at least let's find out what they got. Sure.
Anywhere,
These pieces of
anything
papers
you're in
do
the market
nothing
in
else. So let's see.
Hey, Puff.
why not?
A long,
Right this
time
way.
ago, I had a scroll that could summon a Tarask. Do you have anything like that? It doesn't have to necessarily be a Tarask, but just like something big.
There's Briv. Briv's here.
Does Briv have a scroll?
Interesting.
No, I mean
Oh.
like Briv's here, and
But
Briv
I
is
can
big like
summon
Tarask.
me.
Like
I don't
yeah,
want to
right,
drop him
yeah.
on top of
Say,
anyone.
Briv.
I mean,
Extra
no, we've
ramen.
literally we've dropped Briv on all kinds of things. Like it works really well.
That's true.
What's a Tarask?
Interesting. Huh, it's amazing hanging out with you adventurers. The stories you must be able to tell. Oh, one day I shall set out on
Probably
my
not.
own adventures. But in the meantime, no?
I have everything I need right here, and here, and here. I pull out the big greatsword, and here. And then I just show the hamster.
Ooh, it is.
What else could man or beast want? Maybe. Oh, wait. Nope, I forgot. I don't know what else. Other things, maybe.
What if we got?
Well, maybe just some browsing then. And he just sort of sets off on a little jog. I assume you're
Yeah.
following in his wake.
Right behind him.
You reach the main promenade where all these rather more expensive boutiques
Hey, Mark, you're cutting in and out.
and
Yeah, see,
marketplaces
cutting in and
are.
out
Is
for
there
anybody else?
anything that you of the
Right.
item? So there. Oh no.
You're
Okay.
we're losing you. Yeah, you were.
Got it.
Yeah, you just
Can
Can you
now,
hear me?
yeah.
Stabilized.
Okay. So
Just where you started that
where
Yeah,
Space
should I
just
pick it
that
up
bit of
from?
flavor text. Yep.
Okay, cool. So, following Puff, you arrive on the main promenade where these more expensive looking boutiques and stalls are. These are not the food stands and the merch booths, but you can see that, yeah, there are actual magic items for sale here, and they do seem there is a booth selling potions. You can see a rather tall Myconid and a gnome manning that booth. There's a booth selling scrolls. There's the one that probably sticks out the most is the booth that is manned by this hulking creature with a huge arched back, big mass of muscle with huge arms, two smaller arms, little prehensile, more delicate arms in front of it, and a sort of dog-like face, a big white mane of hair, and purple skin. It sort of turns its glowing eyes towards you as you approach. So, how may I be of service?
You got any?
Zoo?
You got a gazoon type? Do you have any rings or potions of regeneration?
Rings. I see. You are in the market for. Come then. Regeneration, you say?
Yeah, huh?
Very well. He goes to a bin, which is full. If anyone has active detect magic, it is almost blinding the amount of magic that is.
I can
in
cast it
these
at will,
booths.
so I was definitely going to do it to make sure this wasn't just like a trinket, basically. That it comes back with, yeah.
Right. Oh no, everything here is highly magical. And he's like, let's see, water
Nope.
walking. This. He pulls it forth, and it looks to be essentially a representation of a skeletal hand that is partially fleshed, almost as if the flesh was growing back on it, and it wraps around your finger.
Well. I
the
mean,
ring.
like, what do I need to exchange for this? I mean, I don't mean to make assumptions, but are you gonna want something like, my first memory of my mom, or like the I can't remember the smell of baking bread, or something like that, to trade for this? I have these Baeloth papers.
Baeloth. Baeloth bucks will be sufficient. You are guests of my cousin.
Wait, which
after
cousin?
all.
Not a clue, Brazil.
Oh,
Baeloth.
no, I see the family resemblance. You both have a lot of white hair, and it just...
I am it, Baratil, Baeloth's cousin of the House Baratil.
I do not understand Drow society, and I just kind of put all my money down on the counter. Like, is
Thou
that
didst
enough?
get all the good looks in the family.
Yeah.
My mother is Baeloth's aunt. My father, as you can see, hails from the abyss, not the
Who am I to
Underdark.
judge? My dad's a dragon, so yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Uh-huh.
Interesting. Yes. He actually takes
Mhm.
all of your
Hey,
Baeloth
all right.
bucks for that.
I am not trying to say that I
Is
am not
rich in good
strong, but like if you had like a belt, like a really strong belt, like good enough for this, like right there, like it's real nice.
It needed to be 38-40, probably.
To be okay, first of all,
What
I actually wear a
particular
38
effect?
belt. Okay, first of all. Second of all, is this a ring of regeneration?
You place it on your finger. Now you're
Currently,
at
yeah,
max
right.
hit points currently, are you not? So you place it on your finger. You don't feel any particular effect. It
Dost
is
thou
magical.
want to test it out freely?
No, I don't. No, nope. I'm good. We'll find out in the next fight. I'm sure. Okay, right? Yeah, get out of the way.
And for you,
Big belt.
He looks you up and down.
Yeah.
Ranger.
Barbarian. Yes.
Very well.
Yes, yes.
Mr.
He walketh the woods
Barbanger.
really, really mad.
You seek
That's right.
a belt. What? But surely you seek not.
No,
a
like
mundane
a belt, like
a strap of leather.
like giant belt, but not like giant belt, but like a giant belt, like strong, like bull. Giant.
Oh, you want to be strong like those giants, like the giants we did. Like you want
I
like a
am
belt
as
of
strong
giant
as those
strength.
giants.
Yeah,
but
no,
like
you level that one. Yeah, right,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Maybe have you thought about maybe like a girdle of
A
giant strength? No, I'm just putting it out there.
Come on.
We had girdles in stock, but we don't carry them anymore. We do have belts though. We have belts that do the same
do you
thing.
think it could match like the color? Like blue likes, it when it all matches. It's nice.
Oh, so you're looking for something in like a
purple or
hue, I think.
Yeah. It's
Purple and
kind of-
brown.
It's a,
Those
it's
are
a
Minsc
look.
colors.
It's a very tasteful. Yeah.
He digs around again, goes to like a huge chest that is full of all sorts of pieces of magical clothing. He puts aside some boots, puts a hat aside, and then pulls out a belt, which has a representation on it. I think all of you have encountered hill giants before, and this is very definitely a rough approximation of a hill giant that is on the buckle.
Here. This will require 50 of
Fif-
your
fif-
Baeloth.
I have,
Oh, buddy, I would have fronted you, but I just spent mine.
Oh.
Wait. Does Boo get?
That's a
bucks?
good.
Boo was not apparently given Baeloth bucks because Minsc and Boo were on the same contract.
All right, I'll be back for the.
They're a double act.
Could you can I put like a reserve on it or something?
Layaway.
Very well. Name,
I just
please.
look and I go, really?
Did you just say slay away?
I did.
Can I please put on
Slay
Slay
Away.
Away?
Put it on
Yes,
Slay
that is
Away.
very good.
Yes. Well,
Thank you.
You may put it
you.
on Slay Away, yes. Yes, very well. And
he looks at you again. And it's
Legendary
like,
Ranger statue,
Minsc,
very
yes.
famous.
Where is thine statue?
I don't get above
I mean,
ground.
it's not anymore because like we had to go, you know. It was Baldur's Gate. Anyway, point is Minsc, spelled with a Minsc.
Minsc. Misspelled with
Yeah,
a Minsc. Very well. Slay away it
Yeah,
is.
thank you.
And he sort of, if nobody else is getting his attention, he just sort of turns back. Another customer goes, "Oh, you put up your hand." He goes, "Yes."
I'm not at his booth. I'm at another.
Where did you wander? What were you in the market for?
I wandered and I saw an artist of the flesh placing tattoos. This is something that interests Tatyana.
As a matter of fact, you glance around, and yes, there do seem to be a number of tattoo artists. They are plying their wares. Most of them are busy at the moment.
I'm entranced as I watch one work.
One of the other attendants at the booth says, "Anything you're interested in?"
What does
He's a
that one
Dwergar.
do? And I'm looking at a tattoo that is claw-like on a forearm. It's a claw that seems to be imbued with, as they're working, you can see these magical tendrils floating out and coming back as if they're testing it.
And just for the sake of your DM who is scrolling
Eldritch
through,
claw
it's gonna be
tattoo.
an Eldritch Claw tattoo. Thank you very much. Very well. So yeah, they've got, of course, flash art up on the wall, and so you find one. And he sort of points. How's this one? Yes.
There's nothing more spectacular than a tattoo that was designed and placed on multiple people in exactly the same way. I'll take that one.
Very well. So this is you are now in possession of. It takes very little time.
Can you make it hurt more?
If you're familiar with this sort of thing, like
that costs extra.
yeah, sure. You want? Do you want to use the bitey
Always.
stick?
Oh,
Of
I think
course,
I
there you
bit
go.
through it. Do you have another?
In record. Yeah, here's this one's a Damantine. There you go. And yeah, within the space of a few minutes, much shorter than you would have thought, you are now inked with an Eldritch
It's on my
Claw
right
tattoo.
forearm.
And you of course also hand over your 50
I thought they only
Baeloth
had
bucks.
25.
Or sorry, 25. That was 50 for me.
Okay, this seems well spent. Well, I like that you asked how much I had, and then it cost exactly that much.
I'm flexible. And so while Tatyana is getting this tattoo applied, is there anyone else who is going to any of these other booths?
Yeah, I think Widdle's gonna wander around to find a booth with some scrolls.
Scrolls, you say. Very well. What particular scroll spell are you looking for?
I don't know, if there's one for like a comet or or like something big, like a comet.
Meteors.
I'm sensing a theme
Perhaps
here.
a swarm of meteors.
You're looking for a meteor swarm scroll.
No, actually, because I actually have Meteor Swarm as a spell. I'm looking for specifically Scroll of the Comet.
Yes.
Which is legendary.
Scroll of the Comet.
I have no idea what that is.
Just got one in the back there.
Mm-hmm.
I just did a search on D&D
You know,
Beyond, yeah.
I'm looking that up myself. Okay, interesting.
Wow.
Oh no.
It's been
the Duragar that you ask, his eyebrows sort of go whoop up to his hairline and then slowly drop back down, and he does say that, yeah, we don't have that.
All right.
Anything else?
What other scrolls you got back there?
You have a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you. You know what? Where are you from? We kind of have the same
the underdog.
accent.
Yeah, kind of.
Is-
It's weird. It's almost like somebody has a limited repertoire over here.
You must be from somewhere in the Northeast, right?
Or way down south.
Reckon so. Yeah. Can't help you out with the comet scroll there, but perhaps something a little less, shall we say, rare or legendary.
Yeah, the
I'm a
only legends
legend.
here are us. Yeah, no, that's the we. But we're not. I was gonna say we're not for sale, but apparently that's not how Baeloth is looking at it. So sure.
Yeah, that's fair. I know that's a pretty big ask, but if you have anything that I could drop on anyone.
Drop? What do you mean drop?
Yeah, you know, it's something large I could summon in the sky and then it falls on someone and does damage. I don't really care what it is.
You know, I feel.
Oh, you want media swarm?
I feel like
media
that trick is
swarm.
only
That's
gonna
what
work
you
the
want.
once, Widdle. You know, like I mean, it just you only get to drop one Tarask on one Archdevil. Like that's just the way it works.
I gotta try. I'll take the media swarm.
Very well. For a scroll of meteor swarm, he's like, that'll be 25 Baeloth bucks.
Well, you're lucky. That's exactly how much I have.
Ain't that a cool
weird.
huh?
Seems like everything here costs $25,
And
except
Not
for Minsc.
everything.
Except for Minsc.
That must be quite a girdle you're buying, buddy.
It's not the girdle. It's not, I don't think it is a girdle.
It's a waist cinch. It's a Spanx of Hill Giants gin.
Spanx.
What are you talking about? Oh, the girdles. Yeah, they don't make the girdles anymore. It's all belts these days. It's all belts. Nothing but belts. Go talk to the Dragloth. You want that.
There's no shame in girdles.
High-waisted jeans. High-waisted jeans. Hill Giants gin.
I disagree. I think girdles are made specifically to deal with shame.
Is there anything that anyone else would like to purchase?
So Havilar is, I think, hoping to find something that would give her more opportunities to smite stuff, which I think is only for her a pearl of power, which she has no idea whether that's something she can find.
Let us see.
If not, I have a backup, although it won't do the amazing thing I want. I don't think.
Yeah, there's a variety of magical gems for sale. And you notice that the tiger fellow that you met earlier
Ilan?
is Ilan Garak, is the one who seems to be manning that booth.
Hey, how's it going?
Yes. Very well indeed. Congratulations on your first match and dealing with the unexpected incursion.
Thank you. I didn't do much in that first one, but don't worry, I'm going to do a lot in the next thing. Especially if someone can help me so that I can do more smiting, because I do like the smiting. Do you have a thing to give me more spells?
Yes. This, he pulls forth a pearl. This can be a repository for magical energies if one is a spellcaster.
Everybody thinks Frida's the only one that does the spells, but I can also do some spells. I don't know if you know, but the Raven Queen and I are best frenemies. How much is it?
Indeed. For you, a mere 10.
Hey! Can I also potentially buy a potion of growth?
For potions, you would need to see the concoctor and Lugharu.
Well, I will take the pearl. And then I will go to the concoctor and see if I can also have a potion of growth.
He waves to you with his weird thumbs, like, fare thee well, as you
Havilar
take
waves
on.
with her hand backwards.
And,
she thinks that's what he's doing.
Wow.
With your 15 remaining Baeloth bucks, you head over to the potion booth, which seems, as mentioned, is manned by a very tall myconid and a gnome whose fingers are stained blue. His hair and skin are gray, but his fingers are definitely stained blue.
Yes, how can I help you?
Hi, I was wondering if you have any potions of growth, the enlarged kind. It's like an
Potion,
smite
eh?
extra.
Yes, that's what we do here. And you wish to be larger, is that it?
Yeah, I'm hoping if I do it just right, I'll be able to flip things that are bigger upside down. But
Well,
I don't know yet.
I heard one pill makes you larger and one pill makes you smaller.
Oh, I've never been smaller.
we have-
I mean,
we
I
have
have,
lots of time
but
as
not in a
well.
while.
Yeah.
We don't have pills. It is available as a suppository.
I don't want to do
but,
that in the
that's
middle of
probably
the
not
arena. That
best
sounds
for use
awful.
in-
That's a lot of commitment.
I wouldn't
to growth.
advise it. I wouldn't have.
I would, yes, I wouldn't advise it, but yes, here you are. 5
Hey,
Baeloth bucks, if
that's
you
a
will.
steal. In fact, can I just have 2?
So it is.
Awesome.
Yes. Wait, we're
Oh.
out. Hold on.
He walks over to the myconid and sort of slaps him on the shoulder. It's like,
We need more of it.
and the myconid picks up a bottle and
Oh.
seems to excrete.
Ooh.
Oh, they're
What
making
the
slurs.
Star
Slurs
Wars
into
is
it.
this?
Yeah, that's I spent all my money.
The gnome
Oh.
the gnome takes the bottle from it, puts a cork in it, and
Okay,
There you go.
thank
Another
you.
5.
What's it taste like?
Remember, only one way to find out.
Okay.
You don't think I'd put that in my mouth, do you? I work with him.
I guess that's fair. You have to say hi to each other the next morning. Could be weird.
and the myconid just sort of raises its hand and waves goodbye to you as you leave. Is there anyone else who would like to do any
would
shopping?
like
of any
to
kind?
see if there are any places that sell. Wait, what are they called? And you see, Briv, books.
But that's your first mistake.
Books.
I have notes.
That's what they should sell. They should sell chapbooks.
No, what I have is there are books that are called a manual of gainful exercise, and there is a manual of bodily health. Does
Are you
anyone have these available?
Are you looking for the next Tux Love? Because I want to read it if you get it.
No, those are comic books and picture books. That I normally read, but this will make me stronger or smarter or more pleasurable.
I thought Tux Love did all of those things.
Possibly, but I have gotten all the use out of those that I can get.
Interesting. So you probably want to actually go back to the Dragloth's booth.
Nice.
Or
Cousin It,
as he is
Dost
known.
thou have books that make me stronger or smarter or tougher or quicker, perhaps? Someone will have to help me read it,
Interesting.
but I want to read one.
You do know that such things require many days of study
Sure,
to be
but
useful.
I don't plan to die today or anything. It will be useful later.
Perhaps not. I suppose we will see.
Ominous.
Such an item is very, very rare indeed. Perhaps you might mention it to Baeloth.
Very well.
I am sure that the grand prize he offers might
so
be
all I have to do is
expanded to
win,
accommodate such
and I can get a book.
things. Win
Win-
and
win-
win.
Done.
Yes.
Simple.
Yeah,
There's
win,
one
win,
more
win, no
item.
matter what.
one more item on mine list, and it says Youn IOU in stone. Dost thou have any stones?
I know that guy.
You would wish to. You would wish to speak to the
very
Rakshasa.
You want to buy someone else's bills? I don't understand.
I just need stones that float around mine head. I saw some one time and I liked them.
Very well for it. That's more of an enchanted gemstone thing. So you are directed back to Ilan Garak, who again is like packing his pipe and getting ready. It's like,
Hail, Ilan.
Is there something I can help
I need
you
a stone to float around mine head.
Hail to thee. Ah, an iron stone. And what particular effect do you wish to be imparted?
Something very interesting. What dost thou recommend?
Shall I surprise you?
Well,
then?
there is one that I have heard that makes one not need to eat or drink, and I do not want that one.
I was going to say that's a curse.
Do not want that one. So perhaps one that makes me easier to not fool. Tis my only real weakness.
Ah. Yes. Would you prefer that your intellect be increased or your insight?
in game terms, asking
I believe
wisdom
mine
or
insight.
intelligence. Very well. So this will increase your wisdom. This would be
Very well.
by Baeloth.
So
Yes.
A pleasure doing business with you.
And is that everyone who wishes to purchase something on this level?
I think we covered it.
Very well. As all of you are conducting your business and finishing up your transactions, Tatyana is finishing up getting inked. You see a group of robed men who are sort of walking around slightly surreptitiously. And as they approach the edge, which is looking out over the stands, they suddenly unfurl a banner. One of which says, or two banners, one of which says "Stop the Madness." The other banner looks to have been written by somebody who's not very good with slogans, and it's just way too long and wordy. It's something like, "We demand the immediate cessation of these magical activities." And they all begin yelling. It's like, "This must stop! This must stop immediately, you fools! Don't you see what you're doing?" They are relatively close to you, so you could engage them in conversation.
What is all this about? You don't want magics?
You gave me quite a fright there. I do not object to magic in principle, my friend, but the magics as employed in this particular venue are incredibly irresponsible and highly dangerous. Do you know the inherent instability of the wards used to protect this place and the excessive use of stacked wish magic, if you can believe it?
Dangerous and ill-advised is literally our whole thing. That's like
Kind
the
of,
thing we
yeah.
do. That's just like
It's fun though.
But it could rend the reality itself, tear the very fabric of the prime material plane. Who knows what the consequences could be? I must insist that all of these activities stop immediately. This place be combed by spellcasters to dispel these
Fella, the
irresponsible
six of us
uses
have
of
fought
eldritch energies.
gods, monsters, vampires, dark lords. We've seen reality written to pieces like 5 or 6 times. Baeloth too. It's gonna be fine.
Tis
Yeah.
perfectly safe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or it isn't.
I now see here.
We'll fix it.
At this, you suddenly hear the cracking of 3 pairs of knuckles, you hear the cracking of 3 sets of knuckles, followed swiftly by the cracking of 3 more as Jazaka
Oh,
moves
you're in
into
trouble
view
now.
behind them. It's like, no, and she reaches down with an arm each, grabbing these guys and lifting them up. A couple of iron
When
golems
she
are
does
also
that,
escorting her.
I
Like,
tap the staff of the
Will.
Magi because I can cast enlarge and reduce at will. Sorry, Havilar, and I enlarge her while she's carrying these guys away. Yeah.
she's like, she looks at you, just like nods, and these mages are escorted away immediately.
Guys, I'm certain
I-
this is the last we've heard about the Black Pits being innately unstable.
I mean, what
is
do
an
they
innately
expect?
unstable?
Make. Can I get
Ooh,
me
you have
intelligence
come to the
checks for
wrong
everyone.
halfling.
Rude.
Should have chose that other iron stone.
That's a big old 7. Because Freely
I have a
actually
0.
believes this is the last we're going to hear about the Black Pits being unstable.
I rolled a 1 and I have a -1.
I also have a -1. Yay!
You got a 0.
That's the worst I've ever rolled in any D&D game.
Congrats.
Did anyone manage to get a result above a 50?
Not even Widdle, you're intelligent.
Yeah, 1 second.
Who does?
I'm not even rolling for Minsc.
I'm like,
so.
Widdle is the brains of the
Wow.
operation.
I only got a 13.
Nope. Silky smooth and uneventful.
Curse.
Wait, can Boo roll? Boo's the actual brains of the
Boo,
operation.
Boo is the brains of the operation. Feel free to roll for Boo.
Very well.
Yeah,
Boo's
Boo can
telepathic.
communicate
Boo
with
can
Minsc,
yeah,
communicate
we
right?
both speak in
Yeah.
giant space hamster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you actually get a mental image from Boo. It's something that you saw earlier. The cracked wall of the Black Pits, the outer arena wall, and the glowing that was coming from it. That's the image that Boo sends you.
Guys, either there's 2 things going on here. Hold on. Either the wall is not safe because there's a big crunchy crackle in it, or we need to break open the crunchy crackle.
All right, let's go break open the wall.
Let's
Number
break
2.
open the crunchy crackle.
I love a crunchy crackle. That sounds delicious.
And with that realization by rather a realization by Boo, imparted to Minsc and then to all of you, and as a plan begins to form in your mind, perhaps an ill-advised one, we'll see, I think this is a good time for us to take a brief break.
This is going so fast. I'm having so much fun.
Sweet.
Hello, and welcome back to episode 2 of Idle Champions Presents The Black Pits. After your shopping spree, Puff gathers you all, takes you back to Baeloth, who asks you once more to step upon the glowing disc that will transport you to the arena floor. All right, my friends, I assume everyone is well fed and watered, rested and recovered, and ready to perform again for
Always.
the pleasure of the nice people.
It's for charity is why we're here. Don't get it twisted.
But wait.
I like
I
fighting
mean,
things.
I know we're like putting on a show and everything, and I mean, don't get me wrong, we clearly look awesome. But is there are there like costumes or something else we could like wear if we're really gonna like do this?
Oh, you all didn't.
Oh, most certainly. Yes, I think such a thing might be made available. As a matter of fact, I've had the marketing department working on just as such an item for each of you. And you are presented with costumes. There is a small dressing room that you can change into. Can you please all describe the outfits that
freely
your
disappears
characters
into
end
the
up
booth
in?
a second later? You hear, oh my god, this is Baeloth, this is perfect, it's so cool. It's like Penelope's been making me eat all these vegetables, and I was mad, but like, look, and he like runs back out wearing a bronze helmet with a red horsehair plume out of it, bronze shoulder pads and knee pads, but like completely bare chested, and he's just like shredded in a way that Widdle and Briv have never seen him be. And there's a clockwork shield that matches his arm. And he's like, I look so cool. You guys, I look so cool.
You, in fact, look very cool.
Have you been working out freely? You're like pretty shredded.
I'm like, what? No. Can you tell? Can you tell the
Triceps are the hardest.
Yeah.
Impressive. Good flex.
Yeah, all right.
You're an inspiration.
Yeah. And then he waits to see what they look like.
Yes, what does everyone
Widdle
say?
has a red robe, and all of her armor is made of this intricate gold material. She's wearing a Spartan helmet with a double hawk going down the center, and the plumes of hair are white to match her current hair. And in the very front of it, you see a raven head. It's actually used to shoot motes from her crown of stars. And her greaves and her shield have a little image of a squid on it, as an homage to her gnome squidling friend Squiddle. And she is carrying a ornate gold, what looks to be a crossbow, but doesn't have the arms on it. And it's called a blunderbow. She was once carrying a blunderbuss, but now this is a crossbow, so blunderbow.
Yes, and I think one in the Black Pits, as a matter of fact.
Yes, you did.
Very nice. Who is next in our fashion parade?
Well, Havilar and Tatyana look each other up and down as they go into the dressing room. We got plans.
We're twinsies. Not real twinsies, but twinsies.
Hold on, you're like a warrior who's also super badass. You're like a gorgeous lady of warrior fighting.
I love that. Let's call
Like
ourselves that.
glow. Yeah.
I think it's time for a glow up. And you see us emerge in different colored unitards, complete with sweatbands.
These things that go over your boots that are like boot warmers.
Yeah, they keep our boots warm.
And spikes.
That's important.
I feel like a wild shaping maniac.
Yeah, maniac. We'll workshop that.
Things with this electric green glaive.
Oh, I think mine's electric purple or pink, but
No,
obviously
I
it's
think
kukri.
pink.
That goes with my look.
And let's see, Briv and Minsc. What do your outfits
Briv
go?
comes out, and you see that almost inexplicably he got a haircut. So it looks like somebody just took some kind of like buzz saw contraption to his hair. He's got just jagged things all in his hair.
Yeah, there was definitely
Some
sort
kind
of buzzing sound when he walked into the
um,
room.
and a kind-looking elderly gentleman, just buzzed all his hair off. And then you see that he's wearing less clothes than he was before, which is a little startling, possibly for Briv. And he just has a red kind of tunic, but really it's just a big drape of cloth, like almost a toga, but probably not all the way there. And it's just tied and kind of cinched with a belt. And you notice that he is no longer wearing shoes. And then you also notice that his, all the talk of the orphans has inspired him. And Steadfast can transform that into any kind of weapon. And so he has actually configured it into a glaive at this point. And he walks out and gives
More
it a little bit of a
glaives.
spin.
Nice.
Double twinsies that aren't real twinsies.
Glaive power.
Awesome.
And last
So-
but certainly not least, Minsc.
Minsc
What
comes
is
stepping
your
out,
new
and he's
apparel?
basically got, like the one arm of armor, the classic kind of gladiatorial look, except it's all gold with some purple inlay.
Mhm.
And there's a big purple M ring for punching on the fist. The most startling part is that he's bare-chested with a giant purple hamster-headed tattoo on his chest. And he just looks incredibly imposing, purple, gold, and ridiculous. And Minsc has a tiny, tiny little gladiatorial helmet on his shoulder,
Aw.
and they look ready for
Adorable.
action.
Ah, fantastic. Oh, a boo. Okay, great. Excellent. And actually, as you come out, Baeloth gives everyone a round of applause. It's like, magnificent sartorial splendor. I must say, you're really going to quite cut some dashing figures in the ring. And, actually, Boo, you might need something more than that helmet. He pulls out this tiny little chain-linked vest. Mithril silver. Elangarak, am I legally allowed to say that? I'm not? Magical metal. Here you go.
Nice. Boo just sort of shimmies it on, and we put the helmet back, and he's ready to rumble.
With all of you in your new outfits, you step onto the disc and are floated down to the ring. But even as you descend, you can see a shimmer of shadow magic as the arena begins to reshape itself. With it comes a cool breeze carrying the scent of loam and pine. By the time you reach the floor, the area has transformed into a shadowed primeval forest of close-growing trees, shrouded by mist and whipped by a hissing wind that rises without warning. You can see also planes of glowing rectangular light suddenly appear in front of the crowd. From the glimpses that you catch on them, you see that although your vision is obscured by these trees, the spectators can see through them. They're more ephemeral and shadowy, so it does not block their view. Baeloth's voice once again booms out. The ancient forest holds power unseen. The primal forces of the night are on the hunt, and their quarry has been scented. Oh, it seems as though there's a bad moon rising. Can we? Yes, we lycanthrope. As the ceiling above you Oh, come on now. Come on. As the ceiling above you takes on the appearance of a night sky hung with an enormous milk-white moon. In the distance, loud over the roaring of the crowd, the howl of wolves is heard. As you all descend, and this shadowy forest blocks your view, could I please get perception checks from everyone?
Dirty 20.
It's a big old 15.
27.
Whoa.
17.
Also 27.
Nice.
Nice. Excellent. So no one gets below a 15, which means you are not surprised when this happens.
Technically, I only got an 11,
a-
so Briv is probably surprised.
Briv is surprised, and that means, you know what that means? Surprise
I just
attack.
feel like since Freely and Widdle's outfits actually kind of look alike, I'm like, Briv, we talked about this. Like they did the group thing with Havilar and Tatyana, and with the three of us were
Too
Oh,
many
look out behind you.
clothes. I barely even.
Yeah, but we both have red robes, so we're kind of coordinated.
Briv, you are attacked multiple times, but I don't think anything beats
22.
your.
Whoa.
What is your armor class? 22? Well, the best they did is a 21. Essentially, as everyone descends, Briv who was oblivious, is suddenly attacked from all angles by these furry shadowed forms, which once the initial flurry is over, you all recognize to be werewolves. However, he is not
He bends down to
injured at
tie
all
his
as
shoestrings,
metal
but then
springs out of him.
realizes he doesn't have shoes on any longer, and he does it right at the same time they attack. So, yeah.
It's very fortuitous. It's very fortuitous. So, everyone, could you please roll initiative?
24.
Natural 1 for a 5.
Really?
I am
We're
doing
still
Ooh, a natural
checking out,
one.
still
I'm so
checking out the
sorry.
outfits, Widdle. You know what I mean? I'm all like,
yeah,
yeah, no,
really,
this,
really distracted by the gold and red.
right. Like, no, this like this.
That's a natural
10.
one for Widdle. Briv?
15.
Havilar. 15. for
9.
Havilar. Tatyana. And 9 for
Dirty
Tatyana.
20.
And Minsc.
Power of the hamster tattoo clearly showing itself right from the start.
Very well. So a group of werewolves has pounced out of this underbrush, erupting from the cover of the trees to attack you in their hybrid form. After that initial attack, however, that surprise attack on that was on Briv, they immediately fade back into the underbrush.
Oh.
Hello.
So it is over. It is over to you, Freely. What do
Does
you
that
want to
mean I
do?
cannot see them?
They're basically like they sort of move back. You can hear rustling. You can attack them if you wish. You will be at disadvantage.
More
though.
accurately, if there's a spell I want to cast, but it has to be a creature I can see. So are they targetable or no?
I don't think you can actually target them right now. If you push through the underbrush, perhaps. You could.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of like a big old fluffy boy. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, I go into the underbrush to see if I can see them.
Great. You can feel this stuff has. It's not just an illusion. It has substance. It might be some kind of demi shadow magic. You're not quite sure, but they appear to be moving away at high speed.
But at any point, can I see them? That's
So-
all. That's all I need to know.
Once you push, how much of your movement
As
are
much
you
as
using?
I got to use to be able to see them. Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of, I believe you have 25 feet of movement. Yeah, you can sort of spot them moving through the
Hey,
trees. so
you
do
big
have
old
a
boys,
visual
come
on
back
them.
here. And I'm going to use my only 6th level spot to cast Charm Monster on 3 of them.
Ha!
Very well.
Wisdom 19.
What is the save?
Wow.
That is a fail. And that's a... No, that is a fail.
Ah!
And that is a fail. They sort of like stop.
Yeah.
You said to come back
Yeah,
here.
you
They
come
sort of
in,
stop
bring it in.
and turn around.
And
come back to you.
These the fluffy boys of the Sword Coast?
Wow.
Tummy Cerberts all over these werewolves. I'm like, oh, they're just a big old friendly boys. That's all. That's all that is.
You know, Normally it would be 1 Zerbert per action, but I'm going to let you do 3 Zerberts.
Hasted Zerberts. Yeah. I'm like, Baeloth, did we win? We're friends now.
Very well.
Is that all that had to? Yeah, and then that's it for me.
Very well. Minsc, you had a 20.
So how many of them are charmed out of the group?
I got 3. I don't know how many there were.
3 are charmed. Though you're not quite sure of
Right.
that because you haven't moved from your initial
So
position.
hold on. How many did we?
You do, but you do hear no less than 3 Zerberts coming from the end.
So were there? I didn't
Yeah.
see how many there were initially. How many jumped out originally?
It looked like there were half a dozen.
Oh, okay. As long as there are non-Zerbids, we will take care of that. Okay, so ones that don't look friendly, I'm going to be like, listen, fuzzy flurries, and then I'm just going to sort of jump into the brush where I saw them go and hope that I can get an attack off on them when I've got my 2 slashes of my vorpal.
About 25 feet in, you see there's a literal dog pile. There's a pile of dogs, and they're being zerberted. You can see the others fleeing. So
all right,
you can
I'm going to attack them. So I'll take 2 swipes at one of them.
Great.
With old Lugharu there and see how that goes. First hit is
roll your hit.
29. And the second one is a
hit.
22. Those both hits? Okay.
Both of those are hits. Roll
First
your damage,
one
please.
is 19. Second one is 16.
16. You are using a magical weapon, of course, Lugharu. Highly
magical and agitated.
Okay. Lugharu drinks deep of this lycanthrope's blood as it howls in
And the
pain.
sword howls too.
Yeah, there's also a howl from Lugharu. It's actually, if I recall, Lugharu gets pretty excited. It's sort of like a yes, yes,
every day, every way.
That's not a working impression. Yeah. And let us see. So that is everything for Minsc. That's his bonus actions as well,
Yep.
etc. Movement and actions.
So
Havilar.
just to clarify, I can see the werewolves that Freely's playing with, and I can't see any other werewolves.
You're still in your initial starting point. So you basically, again, so Freely jumped into the brush. You heard 3 Zerberts in rapid succession. Minsc jumped into the brush. You heard the sound of slicing and slashing and ripping flesh and howls of pain.
Well, I guess there's werewolves there, so I'll go over there too.
Okay, using your full move. You with your 30 feet of movement, you catch up, and you can see one werewolf has been definitely tagged by Lugharu. The others are attempting to flee.
I'm going to use 1 superiority die to make an attack on the 2 that. So there's 2 that haven't been hit yet. That hasn't been tagged by Lugharu.
Yes, that's correct.
So I'm gonna attack one of those. So that's 28.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the superiority die I'm gonna use to use a sweeping attack. So she swings the glaive into the first one and cuts into the second one, which I presume is still close because they were close enough to all get their tummy Zerberts.
They were together, yeah. Easy to do that. Oh wait, you're not attacking the Zerbert
these are
ones,
different
you're
ones.
attacking the
Sorry,
Yeah,
my apologies. So are they those?
Yes,
enough?
yeah, there are three on the ground being Zerberted.
I thought we were trying to say
basically you caught up to Minsc.
No,
He's got one.
I'm good. No,
He's got one
let me
engaged.
die. Let me die.
And there are 2 unmarred. There are 2 werewolves that are unmarred, uncharmed, and unzerberted.
And those 2 are,
these
are
the targets
fairly
of
close
your attack.
together. Okay, so then the sweeping attack
close
hits
enough
the
for your
second
maneuver.
one for 7. And then I will make an attack.
And sorry, how much damage was
I
the
forgot
initial
to
one?
roll it. You're right.
Or you didn't tell me.
17.
Oh, there you go. Please roll that.
So 17 the first one, swing it through
17.
into
great.
the second one. And then I will flip that and swing it back the other way. 19.
That's the hit.
It does
19 to hit.
17 damage, and then
It
the sweeping attack is going to do a 6. And then I'll just swing it back and hit the first one, hopefully, with 31. Oh, it's 10 damage.
Yep, you do.
And then I will use the Polar Master bonus, so a lot of carving, and then cut the bottom up. So that last one is 15 to hit.
15 also hits.
That is
Damage, please.
I rolled too many things, and D&D Beyond's mad at me now. Found 7.
And 7. Okay, so one has taken 17, 17, and 10. The other one has taken 7, 17, and 7. All right. Yeah, they're not happy. They're screaming.
Yes.
And your glaive is magical too, of course, right? There we go. There's no escaping that for them. Thank you very much, Havilar. You were at, I believe, 15, which means that brings us to Briv at 10.
One more time, what the situation is. Like, we've got 3 that are over near freely charmed.
From your point of view,
And I don't
there's
know
a
what
lot
it
of stuff
is.
going on
Got it.
just
Okay.
through this
So-
underbrush that you haven't gone through. Yeah, you've heard
Briv
Zerberts, you've
definitely
heard
rushes
screaming and slashing.
into the forest in order to make sure that he can see whatever. So wherever his movement will take him,
Mhm.
and then once he gets to a place to see what does he behold.
You see 3 werewolves on the ground with Freely being given tummy Zerberts. You see Minsc engaged with a werewolf, and you see Havilar engaged with 2 werewolves.
And that's all that Briv sees right now.
That's actually
He's
a
gonna
perception check,
that
Briv.
feels like those are kind of
Well,
like hemmed up, and so he's gonna scan and see if there's anything else.
Yeah,
Big
perception
money,
check,
come on.
please.
That's dirty 20.
You catch sight of a very large creature moving through the trees around this fight. It seems to be moving in a
But
circle around you.
On the ground or up in the trees? Okay.
On the ground.
How far away?
It's got to be at least 40 feet away.
Okay. I am going to.
And you at this point have used your movement.
Okay, so my movement is 40 feet, and so I am going to still run up to the thing wherever it is, and Briv is just running at it, just yelling as he's running toward it. You see little springs come out of his heels.
All right. So you burst through the trees, running at this massive form that you can see moving through the forest, and you sort of like part through the underbrush and see the massive jaws of what can only be a Lugharu.
A Lugharu?
As
It's a French
it
werewolf.
becomes its turn. Okay.
Lugharu.
What's a French?
A big werewolf.
Briv, since you so thoughtfully,
So thoughtfully
Pretentious
presented
ran
werewolf.
right into its
Yeah.
mouth. Okay, so first of all, that will okay, that is a 19 plus 9. That is a 28 to hit.
Going to hit.
I think that hits
Yes.
you, right? That is going to hit. Okay. And that will be rolling well for damage. 14 plus 18 points of piercing damage plus a lot of irises there. 12 plus 19 points of necrotic damage.
No.
Being a humanoid as you are, could you please also make me a DC 17?
Hey, Widdle, he might finally get
Constitution?
lycanthropy.
Is this a disease?
It is a curse.
It
Okay, just make
is
sure.
a magical curse.
All right.
Curses.
You say Constitution. That, yeah, 28.
DC 17 Constitution. Okay, yeah. For a moment, you feel something beginning to take hold of you as this thing's fang sink into you, not just doing piercing damage, but also almost decaying and withering the flesh around it. And you almost felt something worse take hold,
My
but you seem
wife
to have managed to
hath
shake
done
that
worse.
off. However, well, it also has a second attack, so it's gonna try to do worse right now. And that is a 22,
I am going
which
to
I think
use
hits your armor class,
use a reaction
unless
for
you do
glorious
something.
defense. And what is it attacking with? Hand? Claw. So claw
This
comes
is a
in,
claw. So
and
it's
then
like bit you,
metal
and then a
just
big
shoots
claw
out
comes in.
and like kind of puts a pad in front of it and deflects the claw. But then I get to
Okay.
attack it for free as part of that reaction.
Meanwhile, please go ahead.
That's a 20 on the die. So that will end up being a 32.
That's a
and
hit.
I am going to smite
you
the
hit it
9
on the die
hells,
alone.
out of it on this critical hit. Sorry, just trying to make sure I've got my glorious defense checked. We'll go ahead.
Oh, right.
No.
A 19
I'm
is
saying I rolled a
critical for
20
you.
on the die.
Natural.
Yeah. And then
20. Okay,
so
there you go. Okay.
I'm going to use the 5th level
That is a
spell slot. And I'm going to have to do a lot of math, so I apologize.
Okay.
Let's see.
No worries.
Okay. There we go.
Does this Lugharu have a name?
Not for much longer.
Asked it yet.
So I was gonna say, if its name is Nigel, I've got some beef with this one.
It's like you read my mind.
I mean, I could ask him.
That's going to be 82 points of damage.
What?
82. Whoa.
That's the crit with a smite,
Big
man. Yeah,
boom.
that's what we do.
Boom, boom. Yeah. That is a big.
Flames
hit.
are
Thank
the
you, Briv.
best.
Going. That's the sound it makes when you hit it. It's like glaive. And
From Laven.
Tatyana.
Oh,
Over to
you
you.
know, Tatyana sees all this and she thinks, werewolves, the animal I know, is afraid of something. There's one thing everyone knows that werewolves are most afraid of, and that is badgers. And I cast Conjure Animals.
What?
I'm gonna summon 8 challenge rating 1/4 badgers.
Holy crap.
I mean, are they at least honey badgers?
Top
They're
10
honey
things-
badgers for sure.
Top 10
They
things I
don't
thought you
care
were going to
about.
summon. Badgers was not in my top 50, 60, or 70.
I was gonna
I
say
would just like
vampires,
saying-
but no.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Who you sicking?
both and neither.
Who you sicking these?
Becca Scott.
Who you sicking these badgers up? Well, first of all, you basically summon them. You're standing in a clearing that a lot of people have left. So you now have a bunch of badgers.
let me move my 30 feet if you'll let me first towards the Lugharu.
Sure. You move 30 feet. You see what everybody else saw. You got the Zerbert pile. You got a couple of werewolves getting beat up. You got another werewolf getting on the ropes. You hear from off in the underbrush a howl of pain.
But the Lugharu is further, or I have no idea what's further where the howl came from.
Yeah, you can. I'm going to say because it's engaged with Briv now, you don't even need a perception check. Yeah, you can see Briv just through the trees. He's fighting something big, and it's another 40 feet.
40 feet. Well, that feels rude. Oh, my walking speed is 40 feet.
Briv's got
So
those.
I will take that extra 10 in
So
that
if you wanted to
direction,
dash,
and then I will cast my Conjure Animals, and the badgers can make the other 30 feet on their own. Okay.
right? Okay.
So
And what's the
They-
badgers have a 30-foot
they
movement
do.
range?
They're
That's a very
giant
fast badger,
badgers.
isn't it?
They're giant honey badgers for flavor.
Oh,
And
they're giant
they
badgers.
actually
Gotcha.
they take
Well,
At all.
I know what
Just-
they don't
they're
give.
incapable
I
of
know
it,
what
yeah.
they don't
Mhm.
give.
cares. just cares. And I think they
don't give a
I
care.
thought some beast companions take their own initiative, but I think these ones take my initiative.
I think
Let's
for
go with
simplicity's
that.
sake,
So
let's go with that.
Oh
So,
yeah,
do you
they're
want to
gonna
roll for
bite
attacks?
and claw. So let's see. I'm gonna roll 8d20s digitally. That seems a little easier.
Sure.
Okay, and one crit. Let's see. I got 11. Okay, hold on. They're all plus 3. No, they disappeared. Okay, show me this roll. It's gone. This is a lot. So 3 of them were 11s. 1 was a 20. Is there? Sorry, but those are all plus 3. So they were 14s to hit.
Nope.
Hold on.
Only the
How
crit
do I
hit.
find my past rolls?
And this was attacking. This was attacking the big thing, right? Not attacking the smaller ones that are engaged.
I'm gonna go with what I
Havilar
did say.
and
I
Minsc.
think there was a 16 in there. They faded from view. Maybe I should just reroll in person. Okay. That way it won't disappear. D&D Beyond. 9, 9, 8, crit.
Yes.
13, 15.
Okay.
Just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we have
The crit hits.
8 of them. Hold on. This is
They have a bonus
this
to
is
attack.
why you don't play through it.
Too
So
many
many
badgers.
badgers.
Too many badgers.
12, 9. Okay, so only the crit, I imagine.
Miss. Only the crit. And just for clarity's sake, you are
Luke-
sicking them on this
I
large thing
am.
that is
Yeah,
fighting.
it looked like the rest was pretty
Yes.
handled.
Yeah, by this point. Okay. What's your range on the spell? How far away can you summon them?
They
I guess
have
they've
their
got
own
a movement rate
movement.
of their
Yeah,
own, so that's cool. All right.
it is
So,
concentration.
please roll the
Great.
damage.
So
Roll the damage for the lucky badger that managed to
okay,
crit.
that's gonna be
And
8
double it, of course.
piercing.
Double the die.
But they have 2 attacks each.
Cool.
Druid!
Roll another 8d12.
Druids! This is the best. God.
Tatyana.
Okay.
I figure should sing too many badgers.
So many badgers.
This is just badger swarm.
Okay, 13, 8, 7. Another crit.
Oh my god.
A dirty 20.
Right. Roll that
A
damage.
12, a 13, a 12. Okay.
Roll damage for the crit and the dirty 20.
We'll just take this average here. That's gonna be another 18 slashing with the claws. Go Badgers, go!
Cool. And you can hear Baeloth, like he is making like, whoa, too many badgers. She is definitely badgering the witness, my folks, and making a lot of badger puns. The crowd seems to be loving it, even if Freely's hating it. They're loving it. They're trained to experience pun humor.
And I will
there
use my
is,
bonus action
just
to combat wild shape. I would love to be a badger, but there are no stats. I checked. So let's just say I'm a badger. Well,
You could be a
Now that my
badger flavored
challenge
dire
rating.
wolf. It kind of would be the same thing.
Okay,
Unless
we'll
you're
go.
trying- Yeah.
Yeah.
I have challenge rating 4.
I'll let you
Just use
use
the Jurassic
direwolf
stats.
stats.
Sure.
You're gonna be like a weird badger with wolf legs, just to accommodate the movement. But yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. Wait, dire wolf, you say?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Sure, use direwolf.
Okay. We're
I-
getting
I-
wild shapey.
I apologize. I'm so used to just hand waving things. I'm not in charge of this. It's not up to me whether or not you can.
Oh no!
That's
I
a
like
challenge
that. I like
rating
that.
1. No, we're going Stegosaurus.
Okay, so a Stegosaurus.
But with like badger
standing where
features on their
Tatyana
face,
was.
it's very strange.
It's wearing like a badger hat.
But I don't have an attack left. I just become Stegosaurus-y.
What? You
There's a
don't have any more
Stegosaurus there.
actions? What's going on?
16 attacks in a wild shape was not enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
Everyone has gone except for, I believe, Widdle.
What about
Oh,
Havilar?
I'm sorry. Our werewolf friends will
I
get to do
guessed.
something. So
I went.
Havilar
Mhm.
cut
I
those
chopped
guys
them
up.
like crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
Mhm.
Sliced and diced. But before you do, the werewolves. Okay. Wow. Okay. So they're just rolling for crap. The werewolves that
Oh, darn.
that was attacked. What's your
18.
AC, Havilar? Yeah. They turned around and there was a flurry of bites and claws and a few dinged off your armor, but they did not manage to really lay a glove on you. The ones on the ground with Freely are, I don't think Zerbert's call for a new saving throw. So I think they're still charmed. You're charmed. It's basically until they take damage or do something. You try to get them to do something.
That doesn't innately
clearly
let them out.
dangerous,
That
right?
lets them save against it.
Yeah, but they, like I say, Zerberts don't do damage, so I don't think they have any standing for a new saving throw. They're just on the ground. They're accepting Zerberts patiently as a charmed creature might.
I do
let's
want
see.
them to do something. So if I want them to do something, do I tell them now or on my turn?
I'm
Okay,
good. It's going to be on your turn, I think. It'll just be easier. So, lastly, there is one that is attacked that Minsc was on, right? So it swings around. Its first attack is a 23. Does that hit
yes.
Minsc?
How close are Minsc and Havilar to each other?
Great.
Is he like within 5 feet of me?
They're quite
interception
close to
fighting
each
style.
other.
So when it goes to attack Minsc, if it's gonna hit, I will reduce it by swinging my glaive in front of it.
Cool. What does that reduce it to? It's at 23
Well, it
right now.
reduces the damage. So I thought you said it hit.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Oh.
So, it was a 23, which hit. I have not rolled the damage yet, but let me do that right now. That will be 9 points of piercing damage.
That's very handy.
Yep, that is.
And when it hits, it makes a sound
There you
effect that
go.
goes,
So
"Glaive."
technically, glaive. And in fact, because you reduced that damage to 0, technically Minsc did not take any damage, so he does not have to save versus
phew.
like that. Okay.
I mean,
But we
you
got
should
some
tell me
claws.
now if
We
you
got some
want to be a
claws coming.
werewolf. So.
Briv wants to be a werewolf.
I mean, probably not today.
That's only
Also,
that is an 11, so I doubt
for
that
the record,
hits
you were
Minsc.
correct. They are charmed for an hour or until I or my companions do something harmful to them. It's otherwise they don't get out.
Gotcha.
And it's not even concentration.
Yep.
That's
so
wild. I just
Zerberts are
have
not
them.
harmful.
Yep.
Madness.
Yep. And Zerberts are not harmful.
They're good for the soul,
They are
yeah.
in fact delightful.
Once
So,
this session is over and we're playing on the
they're good for
video
the
on
soul.
demand, I want a Zerbert count to just like continually.
No,
The number of times you've used that word now is terrifying to me.
It should just be scrolling. It should just be scrolling. Yeah. Freely is just slobbery with like werewolf fur, just matted in his face
can't.
now from just.
I can't.
So Freely has no allergies.
All right, now it is Widdle's turn.
Hey,
No allergies.
you're gonna feel great, Briv.
None
And
whatsoever to speak of.
once you're cursed with lycanthropy or Lugharism, whatever it's called, you're gonna feel probably the fittest you've ever felt in your entire life. I kind of miss being one.
Widdle, I should explain. I should explain that you are in a clearing that everyone has left at this point.
Never mind, I'll catch up with you later. And so where is the Lugharu right now?
Yeah, something I'm gonna say when you heard that howl and you heard it like howl in pain when Briv just whacked the crap out of it, it's you recognize that as the howl of a Lugharu. You know that there's one probably about 70 feet in front of you through the underbrush.
Okay. So before this all broke out, Widdle was a little distracted trying to fix her Spartan helmet. So she has this wrench and she's screwing in a mote of light right into the top of her forehead as she casts Crown of Stars to ready that as a bonus action. And then she is going to spider climb. She's going to go into her spider form. It's quite large, not Ungoliant size, but not gnomish either. And she's got like 8 legs. This spider is fully decked out in gold armor and still is wearing the golden Spartan helmet with the 2 white mohawks. But the 2 front arms are actual like gnomish arms with hands so that she can still hold on to her blunderbow. So she's gonna skitter over to the brush and try to make her way up the trees since she's spider climbing.
Plenty of trees here, easy to climb as a spider.
Okay.
And yes, these trees do seem like they have physical substance. They support weight.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for that clarification. And if they are dense enough to where they're touching, she'll jump from branch to branch to track where this Lugharu is, because she wants to help.
Sure. What is your... Great. So you've used your action with your... It's an action for your Crown of Stars, yes?
Yes, it is. So my movement was like...
Great.
The
so
last
you've got...
thing I can do.
And how much movement do you have in spider form?
It would be the same as my normal walking speed, which is 45. It's just that I can climb up things.
So yeah, you are up. You have a vantage point. You're within. You can see the Lugharu is 25 feet away. It's engaged with Briv right now. And as you approach, there's something definitely familiar about it. As it looks up and does catch a glimpse of you and speaks. Hello, Widdle.
Oh, no, not you again. The last time I saw you, you were robbing graves in Barovia. And I told my friends, I knew that you were up to no good. You attacked me, and then you ran away, and you left me with this curse. Luckily, it was replaced with another curse. But we're going to get you today.
Wait, that guy? That's that guy from the grave back in Barovia?
Well, it's...
Frickin' Nigel.
Ow! I didn't recognize you, buddy. Hey, Nigel!
He's looking around. He's met Freely before, so he's just like...
Now thou art definitely going to die.
With that, so Widdle's use your action and your movement. Do you have any bonus actions or anything you want to try?
That is it for me for now.
Very well. Back up to the top with Freely at 24.
Hey, Nigel, buddy. Yeah, no, that's I remember you dug us out of some graves, kind of cursed my friend. It was neither here nor there, but she seems mad about it, so that means I'm mad about it. Anyhow, bestow curse. I need a wisdom 19 saving throw.
Normally he would fail this. However, he chooses not to.
He chooses.
I'm the one who bestows the curses around here, my friend.
Oh, well, plan B. Hey, you big fluffy boys, go get him. I sick my 3 werewolves on him.
Very well. They spend half their movement getting up because they are prone. One must be prone to receive
that's just objectively true.
That's good,
yeah.
Lord.
That's just true. That's the way it goes. That's one morph to counter. So they must they're not. Are you basically getting them to dash all the way to him?
No, because if they just get close enough to just get beat up, I don't want that. So I mean, I want them to be able to like get there and defend themselves. So they just have to head that direction.
Okay, I'm just.
And I myself, which my much shorter legs, will kind of be like.
Yeah. So well, you can because they're having. Well, I guess you're prone too because you were down given Zerbit. So yeah, they basically get 20 feet closer to him, and you get like 12 feet closer.
That's oh man, Nigel. When I get there, buddy, whoo, you're in trouble. Okay. All right. Yep.
Very well. That is freely over to Minsc.
So how close am I comparatively speaking to Nigel?
Oh, sorry. Just one thing.
The thing I was going to ask, I actually cannot do, so I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to Minsc.
Am I close enough to get to Nigel?
You are. So you're currently in combat with the first batch of werewolves. So you're okay, 40 feet away.
The other werewolves, they haven't been finished off, obviously. So I'm going to stay engaged with them.
No, you're in combat.
Yeah. So I'm basically ignoring that whole thing going on, and I'm just focused on my werewolf.
Sounds good.
I'm just going to be like, do you want to surrender? This is the time. Otherwise, you're going to be a nice carpet in my place, and I'm just going to unload on these guys. First one's a 17.
Well. Roll them bones.
And a 31, I assume, hits.
Oh, they both land very squarely.
12.
How much damage
and 13. Not so hot. I mean, not terrible, but not Lugharu.
13. Nonetheless, could you please describe how you take this werewolf out of the fight?
So I literally go, carpet? No, okay. And then I'm just basically going to kind of fake him out, hit him with the one slash, and then when he turns the other way, I just bring it down and just bisect him with Lugharu as he just sort of does the anime kind of, and then just breaks apart. Yeah.
Dang.
Very wily coyote, yes. Appropriately enough. And Lugharu, of course, having taken a life, is just like, yes, blood for Lugharu.
That was perfectly reasonable and not evil. Very good sword. Nice.
Does Lugharu only sound? Is Minsc the only one that can hear Lugharu?
No, he just talks.
I
believe it's telepathic, right?
Oh, is it telepathic?
No, it's not.
Lugharu can
talk.
No,
it is out loud.
To everybody?
Yeah, it's out loud. So you
were all hearing very wound up.
Oh yeah.
that was the Lugharu that Lugharu just went through?
One of the regular.
No, that was the werewolf that Minsc was
that was easy.
So that is 20 points. That was 20. Minsc, any bonus actions or anything? You haven't used movement.
I haven't used movement yet. I've still got the one in front of me, right?
No, you killed the one that you were fighting. Havilar is basically fighting
right,
two.
That's right. That's right. That's what I meant. Havilar's. So I can't use my bonus action for an attack unless I'm raging, and I'm not currently raging.
Gotcha.
Yeah, until I'm in a frenzy. I'm not flipping out right now. So I'm done. Sorry.
No worries. That was initiative 20.
Okay.
Havilar at 15.
How are these two looking?
They're beat up. You've slashed. One looks considerably worse than the other.
I am going to just attack that one the regular way. Oh, it's a crit!
Hey. You know what that means you should do.
Glaives are the best.
So that is true. I should. So the base damage is 17, and then I'm gonna smite it. Which I need to double check how big the dice are.
And you were doing this on the healthier
one that
one, or
was
the one
more
that
beat
looks
up.
like he's on his.
It is 1d8 plus 1d8 per level of the spell, and then double that.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Do I just roll it and double the number, or roll it twice?
It's up to you.
So yeah, you're doing if you spent a first level spell slot, you'd be doing 48.
I'm a warlock. I'm a hexblade, so it's always third. Okay. Yes.
Oh,
so
right, of course.
that was an additional 23 damage. So if we are doubling that, it's an additional 46 damage. and it is knocked prone if it is not exploded.
Havilar. Well, it is not. It is. Well, I mean, it's prone, but sort of over a wide area. Please describe how exactly you dispatch.
So
this
Havilar
werewolf.
watched Minsc slice that werewolf down the middle, and she's like, I think I can do that. So she swings up and channels the power of the Raven Queen again, and so this like burst of shadowy energy slices through it. And then yeah, I do like the idea that it explodes. So
And so it does, and the crowd just goes off. You can't see them because of all the underbrush, but they can apparently see you because they are very happy with that.
I'm not done attacking, but also I have the Great Weapon Master, and so if I crit or reduce the creature to 0, I get to make an extra melee attack. So I'm just gonna turn to his buddy and just do one of those.
Right.
Wow.
And that one is an 18.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so that is an
It's
18 to hit. That
9.
hits.
But then I'm gonna hit him
And
2
9
more
force
times.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Make them roll.
30
Battle Master.
and 22. So
Both hit.
17 damage, and then another 17.
I know you've just described one werewolf death. What's this one?
This one, let's do kind of a curve through. So the glaive comes up through the soft parts and just a big squelchy mess. And then across the front and just take its head off because that's safest with werewolves, I've heard.
Yep. That exactly happens. Again, the crowd, like, they had barely finished their first cheer. It's sort of like, yeah, yeah, they're going crazy. They're going crazy for you.
And then I will start heading towards, having told Minsc that, I will start heading towards the Lugharu.
It's a very pretentious werewolf.
Great. What will you do for your? What will you do for your other 5 attacks?
I mean,
Actually,
she can
I
action
do
surge.
still-
Do not test her. Yeah.
Don't make her summon badgers or
I
something.
forgot
Yeah, I know,
I have
right?
action, sir.
Everyone's gonna have badgers
Don't
coming out
mess.
of their.
Well, you got to save it. Save the action surge for when you need it. You clearly did not to dispatch these 2 foes. Minsc, yeah. So you are now like basically Havilar leaves, and you're there with a bunch of dead werewolves and Freely and these docile ones. So that was Havilar was on a 15. I think we're now at Briv with a 10.
Briv is standing with Nigel, and he's already just yelling at him, definitely going to die now. And so he's just going to wildly lash out with the glaive a couple of times. And
Okay.
first one is a 26, and the second's only a 17. Did the 17 hit?
17.
Okay.
17 hits.
So
There you go.
Briv is going to go ahead and
Oh, Nigel, we hardly knew ye, Nigel.
go ahead and smite on both of these. So we're gonna.
Yeah, as Nigel is doing this, he's like, "No, I had all this backstory stuff I was going to do with Widdle now." But
That'll teach you.
But please,
We ain't got time for your exposition, boy.
So,
clearly not. He's also being swarmed by badgers too during all of this, so he's having
Please don't
such
touch
a
my
terrible
badgers.
day.
I do
Nigel
not feel
thought
bad
he was
for
going to
Nigel.
show up and be like, "I'm the villain from the past. I'm going to badgers." No,
so between the 2 attacks, that's going to be a total of 75 points of damage.
What?
I smote with level 4 spells.
Everybody's
On both
just
attacks.
warmed up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we do.
Well, I
Yeah,
found
no
out I
kidding.
have a
No
green
kidding.
room that
Yeah.
I can just go get all my energy back in.
Go take, yeah, lay down some damage and then go have a spa day.
Blow my
Okay.
smiting. Go ahead.
Well, poor old Nigel. Yeah, he looks like he's on his last legs all of a sudden, even though he's like slowly starting to knit back together. Just the massive amount of damage. It's a drop in the bucket. Like the massive amount of damage that he's suffered. He does seem to start to stitch together a little bit. And just in what he realizes is like a last-minute ditch attempt. There's badgers all over him. Most of them aren't doing anything, but a couple really stung. Okay. So that is another bite on Briv, and he gets a +9. That is a 26.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Okay, that hits no matter what. Okay. And he is going to bite you for 17 points of piercing damage.
And is he visibly letting wounds back?
Yeah, you can see like some sinews, and you can see some of the flesh.
Does it look like it's overcoming the damage
together.
we're doing, or just okay?
No, like I say, drop in the bucket. Like he's suffered so much damage. It's sort of like, completely devastated and then putting it back.
Understood. Just want to check.
That's what he's suffering. So that is, I gave you the piercing damage already, and this is another 3, 6, 10, 15 points of necrotic. DC 17 Constitution save, please.
Yeah, it's a 22. What did you say it was?
It's a DC is 17, so you have made that. He does, however, have one last claw attack, which is really his last ditch effort. That takes it. That is a 23.
Glorious defense with my reaction since I've had my turn again, and that should miss.
Takes it to 26. Yep. That takes your armor to 26, right? He misses. He misses again. The metal springs up out of your pores, blocks his claws.
Nigel.
You hear him go like, "Okay,
Bad wolf.
Come on, give me this at least. Come on,
Bad wolf."
And you get an extra attack on him, right?
That is true. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Thanks for reminding me of that. So that is going to be 21 to hit. And that is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and smite on this because why not? So I do have one more 4th level spell slot. So yeah, we're going to do that. And it's going to be 6. All right. And 16 plus, that's going to be 33 points of damage.
33. Okay. Widdle, as you're approaching this nemesis from your past, Briv, describe how he is cut down before he can really even engage.
He sees Widdle coming across the trees, and Nigel's, "But Widdle, I need," and trying to talk, and he's like, "Oh, I don't want to hear it." And he just spins the glaive and chops down, and he's going to lop the head off, and then he's going to hold, "Widdle, I got this for thee."
right before Briv does that, Widdle's running over as a spider, like, "You're gonna pay for this!" Oh, holy crap, Briv! Oh my god! How did you kill the Lugharu so fast?
He totally paid for it.
I'm completely amazing, but here, thou canst have the head.
Oh, thank you. Oh, we can't waste this blood. I mean, this is gonna be like really profitable back in Barovia. I don't want to drink this. But
as you pull the head up higher into frame, you see 8 badgers just hanging with their mouths on the neck.
Drink up. Oh
yeah, they all
God,
sort of scatter in. They're probably lapping it up. I'm not sure if it works that way, but
wait, does it work that way?
So as
okay,
could it work?
I'm not sure if drinking the blood turns you into a werewolf. Because the claws don't work, but only the bite. But as you do this, you're holding it aloft. There's badgers everywhere. The forest fades away, and the crowd is on its feet, and they are screaming, "Briv! Briv! Briv! Briv!"
Very weird pronunciation of Minsc. I don't
Freely,
understand
you're still
what
there.
you're saying. I'm confused.
Minsc did things too.
Yeah,
I promise thee. Thou could not see it, but he did things too.
You do see some people with purple face paint that are waving from the crowd. They've got some of the hamster plushies, and they're like, "He also did a thing." There are 3 werewolves on the floor of the arena, or no, so they sort of dashed forward and they just didn't get there in time. You've got 8 badgers. The werewolves sort of like look to Freely for direction. They're not sure what to do. And Freely, as you see all of the crowd cheering, you can see all these happy faces, everyone chanting Briv. You notice a familiar face sitting in an observation box with 2 what must be liches. You'd mentioned a gnome squidling earlier, and yes, this is a gnome squidling, but its flesh is pallid, decayed. It raises a glass to you. Now, I'm not sure how you make this expression with a face full of tentacles, but this is what it does.
I told Sophias that was going to come back on us. No, wait, Widdle, was Bisquilot, was that your thing or was that Sophias's thing?
Sir Bisquilot got stuck in a dimension door. And
with the Book of Vile Darkness.
The Book of Vile Darkness was in there with him.
Sure. Hey.
And that's funny you should mention that, because it's actually holding a rather large tome under one of its stubby little arms, and it turns to the other 2 liches. It goes like this, and they immediately start dishing out money, and you realize that your old foe, Sir Bisquilot, has just made a substantial amount of money betting on you.
Baeloth, time for a second ring to this circus. Lugharu, eat that squid. The werewolves after Sir Bisquilot.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're shouting
Nigel.
this up to Baeloth. You don't think he's heard you. He's holding up his arms. He is exulting. The crowd is going wild. And as Sir Bisquilot looks at you, it opens the book and fades from view.
Just as Eldritch
as we bring
smashes to where he
yeah,
was.
oh yeah.
I love this so much.
Your Eldritch Blast ricochets off the wall of force that's keeping everything inside the arena. And Baeloth says to the crowd, "Are you not entertained? Rarely have we seen such a display. I give you Briv, Steel Marrow, and company." As we bring this, the second episode of Idle Champions Presents The Black Pits, to its conclusion. Please join us for part 3 very shortly.